subscribers. Today I'm going to show you guys how I built my individual feeder. This is something I've tried in the past, and now that I feel pretty confident about what I've tried and how it works, I'm going to be able to share it with you guys. So if you guys went back and built the kit box that I show you guys how to build and the box purchase, these dimensions will work great for you guys. And the box itself, it's designed to fit the purchase and the kit box. So this is just like a small add-on. All right, so what you guys want to go do first is get a 3/4 inch piece of wood. You guys can cut it out yourself. I just went ahead and bought the one that's already cut just to make it a little bit simpler on myself, and the cuts come out real clean already when you buy it. So an 8-foot piece of this piece of wood is about $7, and you're gonna need 3 of them. Then you're gonna need, depending on what size dowel you're gonna go with, which I just went with a real thin dowel, or dowel, may I say, just so we don't make it like a contraption. You kind of still get to see your bird, and it's really only designed to feed them, so really you don't want to overdo it. I'm using 8 of them, and these guys here are 3/8, and yeah, you need 8 of them. And then, like I said, for these you need 3 pieces, 8 foot long. So now what I did was I went 32 across, and I believe is 42 long, but let me remeasure it just so we can make sure of the measurement. Okay, yeah, so it's 42 down and 32 across. And then I already measured out where I'm gonna be cutting the dowels, and it's gonna be 2.5 inches apart, and then going over into the next perch, because this slot right here, it works almost like the dowel, so this is going to be the in-between. It's 5 inches in between these 2.5 right here. So you follow the same pattern all the way down. You drill these holes, do it to all of them, and the dowels will line right up. And the reason why you guys want to do this to go across this way is because this is what's going to hold the dowels straight. So that's the reason why I'm building it this way, and it gives it a little bit more sturdiness also. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill the holes and then put it together and show you guys what it looks like. All right, so here we go, boys. Quick progress update. So what you guys want to do is, when you guys cut your holes into your piece of wood that's gonna go across, because remember, we're using this wood to keep the dowels nice and straight over time. So what you guys want to do is just make the measurement from your top and bottom. Once you get your measurements, then all you have to do is start with your sample piece of wood, drill the hole, and then do it accordingly to all of them. Then after you do that, insert all the dowels like I did here. I still haven't fully attached it. So what I did was, I got them all the way down here at the bottom. They're nice and inserted. So now what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna place the other piece of wood right on top of here. I'll show you guys real quick. Kind of like this. So I'll see where I need to cut. And what I'm gonna do actually is, I'm just gonna cut a line right where it meets. And then when I go to cut, I'm gonna cut like maybe 1/4 inch above, and that's what's gonna go inside of this slot here. So real simple, real easy to build. So I'm gonna finish attaching all the pieces together, and then I'm gonna show you guys how it's gonna sit on there, and then get the bowls real nice and clean on there so you guys can have a visual. All right, here we go, boys. All finally done, put together, came out real nice and clean. So now I was looking at these slots here. Yeah, a bird may be able to push out through here, but we're not really too worried about a bird pushing out, because we're only building this to feed them. So when the birds are eating, I don't think the birds would be trying to push out of here. And then because of the way my kit boxes are built, and I have that big squared wire at the bottom, my birds already stand on the perch regardless. They don't really like to hang around on the floor. So it's gonna be real easy to put this on there once I put my bowls right in the middle right here. So each bird will have their own little bowl. And the whole point of this design, guys, is because this thing is very, very light. As you guys can see, this thing, you can throw this thing around. You'll be able to hang this on the outside of your box. And the whole purpose of this is not to build this big contraption where you're individually feeding your birds. This is it's been carefully designed to be able to fit with the kit box, with the perches. The reason why my perches are that size is because of this method that I run when I do my individual feeders. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the bowls on there. I'm gonna show you. So I was able to put my contraption, as I call all my builds that, just being sarcastic. So I put my contraption on my perches, and as you guys can see, that's how the bird's gonna sit in there. The birds may have enough room to squeeze out of here, but as you guys can see, my birds have nice temperament. They're not wild pigeons, so that helps me a lot. So then as the bird sits in his perch, this is more than enough space for him to stick his head out. I'm still gonna build my tray going right along here. Every bird will have its tray. So people were asking me, how does it work? So I haven't finished it yet. So every perch will have a tray right here between these two slots, and the bird will have enough room. The tray will be about this high, and the bird will have enough room to eat out of it. And I'm gonna try to design something to where they don't spill it. That's why I haven't put any trays on here. I'm still gonna see, got a few ideas of how I'm gonna do my feeders. So yeah, that's the only thing I'll be able to show you guys once I'm actually doing the feeding program. The program is mainly the main part. This design, I've used it for like the last year or so. So I just decided to share it with you guys. I made a new one. My old one doesn't look as nice. So I made the new upgraded one. Instead of building something outside of the box that's too big and just adding an unnecessary cage, this is pretty much just the front that goes to my perches. So I'm gonna find a tray here in my yard just real quick so I can mount it right here and show you guys how the bird eats out of the tray. All right, boys, so I pulled out this little young bird. That way he starts getting the idea of where he's gonna be as he gets older. You know, just trying to introduce something new, messing around with the young bird. This is how they'll everybody will get their individual feed. So I was just, this is kind of like a test. I wanted to see how wide should the tray be, how tall, how far out, so all those things. So it looks like I will have to bring it up and then probably get a shorter tray, about a ½ inch, just so the bird's neck has enough movement and it can eat nice and comfortable. So yeah, this is how we'll be introducing the individual feeder system, and that's pretty much it, guys. Hope this is able to help you guys in the future when you guys do start getting ready for competition. And
remember,
that's pretty much it.
Remember, you saw the individual feeder here first with high def. High def is the creator of this new design. Now, it's probably been around. Somebody probably had it somewhere else. And we're not saying that this was like the sole brainchild of our coming up with like an exclusive design. But to actually implement it within the kit box with the system like this in front of the actual purchase and everything, oh, you learned something today. Remember that high def pigeons and high def and Pigeon Co. If you go to Pigeon Co.
That's pretty much it, guys. Comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys think. Go over to my buddies California Spinners YouTube channel, and then make sure you guys subscribe to his too. We're giving out information so everybody can learn as we go.